G'day, hi, and welcome. All right, pickup poles and adjusting the output of your pickups. So I did a video along 3 series videos there of your pickup heights, right? But let's say you buy, a great guitar, okay? And the pickups aren't balanced on it. Well, can you adjust them? Well, let's have a look. Now, for what I don't know, for a guitar that's relatively new and played daily, how does it get so much freaking dust on it? I don't know. But you see these pickups, you cannot adjust the output levels on it. But the nice thing about these pickups is they're actually really good. Even though they're the base model LTD 308s or whatever, they each string, F sharp to E, has about the same amount of output on it. So what's good about that is I don't need to adjust these pickups. Now, these are the Mark Holcomb, Seymour Duncan, really cool Alpha and Omega, Seymour Duncan, Alpha and Omega. These are both Mark Holcomb signature guitars. I absolutely love. These are the coolest guitars, I swear to God. I get where some guitars you buy them new and you're like, when you first get it, oh, it's the greatest guitar ever. And then after a while it plateaus. It's like, oh, it's a good guitar, whatever. These guitars, they impress me every time I play them. So, but yeah, once again, you got very evenly high quality output pickups, or high quality, high output pickups that basically each pole, like each string is relatively, now until I get on stage and I'm at like concert volume, that's when you'll find out whether one string is a little out of balance to the others. And you will always get some of that to a degree, but enough that it makes a difference. But anyway, we'll see. Now, these guys you can adjust because you see there's a screw there. Hopefully my camera will pick it up well. And the same with those guys. Now, these are the Jackson high output pickups. These are the base model. They're not really high output. They're more like a medium output pickup. They are a good pickup, but they're not fully balanced like these are. These Duncans here, when you have a balanced pickup, what happens is the guitar has a very smooth sound, if you want to say, where it basically, when you play it, it doesn't sound like the G string's trying to blow up, and it doesn't sound like the E string is like super muddy, and it doesn't sound like the E string has nothing to, the high E has nothing to it. So like with unbalanced strings, you say play a G chord. Okay, with balanced strings, it sound like that, but when it's unbalanced, it's like, like that. The G will pop out when you're playing live. It's like, why is the G string so loud on this? Like that's all. Like you're playing in all yours, just the G string ringing out, and then the low E will be either really muddy, and the high E will be like really thin sounding. So you can adjust the poles even on a more inexpensive pickup, and it'll help. But it is a very tricky thing. You can use a voltmeter to figure out what your actual output levels are. But it is one of those things that it is a bit of a time bomb. Or not a time bomb, but a make it or break it. So it's one of those things I would not do this unless you necessarily had to, because I have done it before and you can spend months trying to get it right. Especially if you don't have any tools other than your ears. So you get it, you say, oh, that sounds great, and then you go play live and it's just like, no, it's not. It's like, so you can adjust the output levels of each string to match each other, but it's one of those things, when you're playing in your amp in your room, it's like, oh yeah, that sounds good, everything is good. It's not the same as playing through a PA, or what I call stage volume, playing really loud. When you're playing really loud through a really good PA system, you hear all those flaws, and it can get to the point where it sounds horrible. Everybody's probably played the Stratocaster from hell, where you really have a really unbalanced pickup, where again the low E is just like boom, and the the G's like kind of like trying to shatter glass, and then like I say, the E and the B are kind of sort of there, but you can't hear it. Even in a power chord, all yours, it sounds like that. Once you've heard that live, like it's like, yeah, you could live with it for a bit, but it's like it really doesn't sound good, because you don't get that nice smooth, even chord sound or whatever, riff or whatever you do it. Fine if you're just doing individual notes, but not fine when you're trying to do a rhythm. So yes, it can be adjusted. It's very tricky to adjust. It's little bits at a time. You do it with the headphones at first, then you go to your amp, and then when you go to the stage live, if it's your only guitar, I highly recommend you don't try it, because it's like one of those things you can adjust it. Well, I'm just going to adjust it and then put it right back to where it was. Doesn't work like that. You're in or you're out. That's the way that works. And some people can do it no problem, depending on the pickups. Some pickups, you move them once, you never get them back to where they were. And I'm telling you this from experience, from guitars past that I was willing to kind of sacrifice. And one guitar took me months to get it so that everything was even. But I'd play it live for like my warm-up songs on stage. And it was just like, okay, yeah, I can't play this guitar. Like, because everybody like, dude, that guitar sounds horrible. Yeah, but it wasn't that the guitar sounded horrible. It's that the pickups were out of balance. And so some pickups, like usually the higher end pickups, you don't have to worry about that. But maybe over years, sometimes, the pickups will kind of go a little flat in some spots for you. It just happens, and you might have to, move the bobbins up and down or whatever. But it is one of those things. I wouldn't do it on your main guitar. I wouldn't do it on the expensive guitar. But if you had a guitar to experiment with that you didn't care, weren't using it live, you weren't really recording with it, you could just play around with it just to see. Or if you knew you were going to be putting in, let's say on my JS32 in the back there, let's say I was going to put Duncans in there anyway. Okay, I would play around with that just for the knowledge. And if I ruin them, who cares, right? But yeah, so that's kind of what you're looking at. So you can not only adjust the pickup heights, but you can actually, if you get a really good luthier, however you want to say it, working on something, you can adjust your guitars so many ways. And we'll talk about adjusting your guitars in the next video.